Oh no. 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 No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to watch this thing. Why? I'm sorry, I almost actually broke out into real sob, like really crying. Holy shit, dude! I'm not even joking. I just got really down as soon as I pushed play. Okay, anyway, all right. Fuck. I'm Eric Harrison. Welcome to the Death Switch. Don't mind me over here. I'm just trying to get in the right mindset for this sucker. Everybody ready to watch a Friday the 13th movie without Crystal Lake or Jason Voorhees? Everybody ready for that? Oh my god, I'm not. So, alright, what's up everybody? Let me get a drink. Let me get some drink in me. I really need it for this. Oh my god, do I need it for this. I don't have a buzz going yet. I need to get some fucking alcohol in this bloodstream of mine if I'm going to make it through Jason Goes to Hell. Anyway, so I poured it. It's a little bit foamy though. Waiting for the foam to relax. Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to have a beer mustache, I guess. I got to drink. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh, that's better. At least alcohol hasn't forsaken me. I like how quiet this is in the opening scene. All right, well, let's talk about everything that we talk about in these Drunkentaries. Sometimes we talk about the movies that we're watching. Sometimes we talk about the alcohol we're drinking. Often I talk about embarrassing things I shouldn't have said while drunk. That's a Drunkentary. That's why you listen. Now, let's see. So yes, I've done every other Friday the 13th, except for this one and the remake. And I'm sure I'll get a Drunkentary done for the remake eventually. It's just pretty bland. It's a bland movie. At least this one's so bad I'll be fucking screaming at the screen most of the time. Alright, so let me put out that disclaimer of bear with me as I am rusty at these. I don't do them like I used to. I used to do Drunkentaries like constantly. Like 1 or 2 a week. Now it's just like once a month. Yeah, let's just get this one out of the way, I figured, so I can destroy the DVD in some form. Now, I know that there are Jason Goes to Hell fans out there, all 4 of you. Go ahead and give me that thumbs down right now. Go ahead and just give it a dislike. Tell me I'm an idiot. Is usually an internet favorite. And a moron. Call me an idiot and a moron because I don't like Jason Goes to Hell. Now, let me go ahead. Let's talk about the alcohol. Oh, actually, let's watch this woman get undressed. Look at that early 90s thong. Check out her early 90s thong. It wasn't quite a thong yet. They still tried to have some fabric back there. Oh, shit. Here we go. Now it's a movie. By the way, I want to say before I go into talking about alcohol and how much this movie blows goat nards. You guys, this is one time I insist. All right, I'm always talking about you guys should watch the movie with me. It's much more fun. But you know what? Fuck that shit. Watch this shit with me, because don't just listen. Don't make me watch Jason Goes to Hell and then you just listen. Fuck you! I know you probably don't own nobody owns a copy of this, but try and find a copy of it and watch it so that I'm not the only one suffering here. So that you can also be watching it on screen and going, what the fuck is going on? Who wrote this shit? How did it get made? All right. Oh, Jason. We get Jason action right away. At least we get that. Because it sure don't last long. a little bit of Jason action in this Jason movie. Jason's in the title. Still don't hardly get to see the motherfuckers. It's Kane. Okay, what was I talking about? What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was telling everybody to watch the movie with me. You won't, you bastards. You're going to make me watch this fucker by myself. Make me watch this crap fest and try and explain what's going on. You know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to try and explain shit because it's impossible. Let's talk about what I'm drinking. And then you can tell me what you're drinking. I am enjoying some Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. 40. It's a 40 ouncer. And I also got a shot of Triple Crown North American blended whiskey and a shot of Red Stag Kentucky Straight bourbon whiskey. Honey tea flavored. Ooh, it was cheap, so I bought it. And here's the FBI on the scene at Crystal Lake finally, after he's been murdering hundreds and hundreds of people for like decades in movie time. They finally showed up. Okay, so look, let me put it out there right now. It's pretty obvious that I am, if you a Death Twitch fan, even my Drunkentary is off. It's even my even I'm all off trying to do this. I can't get the volume down far enough. Oh my god, I'm about to lose my mind. It was so loud and I couldn't get it. Okay. Yeah, if you've seen any of my videos, then you know I'm not a fan of this movie. So expect a lot of fucking ranting and raving and a lot of anger and me going, fucking what the shit? Cursing, the typical usual Death Twitch drunkentariness. No, more than usual, actually. Way more than usual. At least more anger. Expect some anger. This guy, Clayton Duke. What does he do? He does nothing. Throughout the whole movie, he does nothing. Why are you talking to the camera? Oh my god, I need to get drunk. See, look, here's the deal, guys. Bear with me here. I can already feel myself breaking down. The last time I tried to do a Drunkentary for this, which was like a year ago, I only made it 12 minutes. I'm already wanting to give up. I'm going to get through this, I promise you. But not without a lot of complaining. It's just a complainantary, really, is what this one's going to be. So, yeah. If you don't want to hear me bitching and moaning about a really bad movie for an hour and a half, I suggest you move it along. Yeah, I'm so bad at this. At least I'm not as bad at making a Drunkentary as Adam Marcus is in making a fucking movie! Adam Marcus was the director of this shit stain, by the way. Adam, if you're listening, give me a thumbs up, all right? Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, Adam. You'll like my stuff, I promise. Oh my god. So I was reading some trivia facts about this movie to try to have some. Oh no, really? You started it again? I waited all this time for it to stop. All right. So somebody started their laundry after I waited and waited for them to stop doing laundry so that I could do this Drunkentary. So you're going to hear the dryer running in the background. I hate my life right now. The cat's fucking meowing. You can hear that, I'm sure. This is a disaster. Why would I expect the Drunkentary for this movie to be any less of a disaster than the fucking movie itself? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. I did a bunch of research on this shit before I started this, so I'd hopefully have something interesting to say. And all I learned was it was even more of a mess than I thought it was. Like they could only use like 48 to maybe 50% of the footage that Adam Marcus even filmed, and then they had to go back and film it again. And then Sean Cunningham, for some reason, thought it would be a good idea to film this in 22 frames per second instead of 24 frames per second, which every movie like in history is filmed, unless for the rare occasion. So, and that had a problem with throwing like the audio off, and it made the movie shorter. I'm sure it made a bunch of other issues filming at 22 frames per second. instead of 24. And then one of the actresses like hated Adam Marcus, and they couldn't even be like on set together. So Sean Cunningham had to come in the last week of filming or something, and just kicked Adam out basically, and had to film the last week because the actress would not even come on set if Adam Marcus was around. This whole movie was a disaster. Yeah, what I read was that the script was written in 4 days because they needed something to show New Line Cinema, or New Line was just gonna shut down the project and move on, and they had like a deadline coming up, so they had somebody write the script in 4 days, and oh my god, there's people out there that like this fucking movie. Okay. I'm going to try to find positive things to say about it once in a while. And also, I'll try to, this is my way of trying to bring some kind of positivity into this otherwise Drunkentary. Maybe I'll try to think up other things I've enjoyed about the Friday franchise in general. Just once in a while to have something nice to say. Or I might just go quiet and you'll just hear me drinking my beer in the background. Like mumbling. Son of a bitch and fucking Adam Marcus, goddamn Sean Cunningham and New Line Cinema assholes. Oh, fucking God. No. This guy's dead as shit. That was funny, alright, I'll admit it. That's actually a funny line. This guy's dead as shit. So that's I'll give you that. It had one laugh in it. Oh my God, we're only in the credits. We're only in the credits. So you still there? Did you give up yet? I'm about to. I can make it another 1 hour and 18 minutes. I'm sure I can. That's all, just hour and 18. I have to have a fucking shot real soon. Even though it's going to tear me up, because I don't do hard alcohol very well. Because I'm an alcohol wussy. Because I mostly drink beer. I'm not as cool as all you guys out there. You hardcore alkies out there drinking your bottles of vodka and whiskey. You guys are so cool. Wish I could be like you. But alas, I'm just a beer drinking fool. This is going to be an interesting Drunkentary. Let's talk about anything but Jason Goes to Hell. So how about that Triple Crown I got? North America. It's a product of the United States of America. America. Fuck yeah. That's what it should say on everything that says Made in America. It should just say Made in America. Fuck yeah. Not that I'm patriotic at all, because I'm not. Although if my country ever decides to improve itself and stop being a giant piece of crap, then I might become patriotic. I know I'm insulting everybody in the movie and the whole country. Look at that! I like that. I got his face. Fuck it, let's go for it. Let's eat it. Right there, he's like, "What was I thinking? Why did I think this was going to be a good idea? Terrible. Trying to eat a rubber heart. It's clear he's not eating anything. Terrible acting skills is. Alright guys, enjoy it, because this is going to be our Jason Voorhees for like the next 25-30 minutes or something like that. Jason's a brother. Woo! You think as soon as Jason becomes a black guy, he's immediately has a problem with white privilege? you think he joins Black Lives Matters as soon as he becomes a brother? Black Lives Matter, but he's like killing everybody. I'm sorry, I can't stop. Never been black and a serial killer at the same time. I can't control myself. There's Kane. There's Caney. He should be playing Jason in this movie. He does a little bit. That looks like Carl Urban. It's not, but it looks like him. That's also, I think that's one of the screenwriters right there. I believe in the glass he has. That's one of the screenwriters. In fact, there was like a few other people that tried to do rewrites for this movie, and it was just so bad either way that they won't even let themselves be credited with any kind of that they had anything to do with this movie. I don't blame them. I do not even blame them. Let's see. 16 minutes. All right. I've already made it further than last time I tried to do a Drunkentary. Not bad. We're getting there, guys. Suck it. There's a few laughs to be had. It's just they shouldn't have taken our Jason out of the movie. We love Jason, and you're going to take him out of the movie. You know, it's BS. They get further and further in with the sequels, and they just keep thinking they gotta do crazy stuff with the story, and you don't have to do crazy, stupid shit with the story. Look at your numbers. Look at how the numbers go down. The crazier the shit gets. Stick with the fucking simple formula. Oh, come on. Jason's gonna take this personally. It's funny that Kane Hodder calls Jason a pussy and then gets killed by himself, apparently. But seriously, Jason, first of all, he can actually even understand what people are saying, and then he cares. Oh my God, they're talking shit about me. I'm a brother now. I don't play that. I know somebody out there is going to be like, you're a racist, Eric. And I'm going to be like, you're a reverse racist, because that's what you do these days. Everybody just calls everybody a racist. If you just mention, like, if you're white, especially if you're white, and if you just mention somebody else's race, you're a racist. All right, I'm sorry. Let's get off this topic. It's true, though. Everybody is just yelling back and forth. You're a racist. Well, you're a reverse racist. Well, you're a triple, double, quadruple with a loop reverse racist and a vampire for some reason. Throw that in there. That's what you should do. I know I'm getting way off track. Fuck this movie. Let's talk about anything else. As soon as somebody like calls you a racist or a sexist, you should just immediately accuse them of being a vampire. You're a vampire. You're a vampire. I know it. Wait, what? I thought we were talking about how you're a racist. No, you're a fucking vampire. Get out of here. You're not invited in my house, bitch. Look at this guy. Okay, he said that apparently this actor was like, the only way I'll do this role is if I get to dress like a cowboy. So he dresses like a cowboy. This movie doesn't even know what tone it wants to be. What a disaster. You know what? What a shame that like a movie has to be this shitty because of so many shitty decisions. But like, it's just a matter of like kind of the politics too of Hollywood. Like, okay, we had to write the script in 4 days because otherwise, if they didn't have anything that they needed that they could see, they were going to drop the project. But it's like at the same time, like it's understandable, but damn. Give some guys time to work out their story a little bit. Not like, okay, you got a week to write a Friday movie. Tick tock, or we're not gonna fucking buy it. Like, come on. I know it's a Friday movie, but give them at least a little bit. Give them a week and a half at least. All right, it's all good. So this guy's just talking a lot of shit. He just talks shit throughout the whole movie, and he doesn't do nothing. He talks shit. He never does shit. Pap's pretty good today. I guess because when you're watching such a bad movie, even bad beer tastes good. Sorry, I went quiet. I really just don't even know what to say. Oh wait, never mind. It's all coming back to me now. I can just rant. Okay, now he's got a sister. Jason's got a sister. We didn't know about this whole time. This whole time, nobody said shit. She should be a lot older too, probably. Because in movie time, if you can count Friday the 13th movie time, like Fridays 1 through 8 probably took place over the course of like 3 decades, at least 2 decades. You know, they were released all in 1 decade, but because they would be like, this one's set 5 years later, and this one's 3 years later. This shit's like 10 years later. So, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Does anybody out there know what I'm saying? Movie time. You know what's funny about this? Like this couple, how it's like the big woman and the little guy is like those exist. That was my uncle and my aunt. He was just a little dude, and she was a big old woman. She was a whole lot of woman. Okay, so. Oh, no, cute. No, you're not. You're not going to do anything, Creighton Duke, but talk shit to everybody throughout this whole fucking movie. Act like a badass who never does nothing. It's really weird that we didn't know that Jason had a sister this whole time. Isn't that strange, guys? How we could just not know that how it was true the whole time and we just didn't know. And she's decided to live around, stay near the camp where Jason fucking kills people on a regular basis. Why not? Why would you move across the country or to another country? Get the fuck away from Crystal Lake. No, work at the diner. Oh my god, I need a shot. Let's get this started. Let's get this going. I need to get stupid. I need some triple crown. Stat. Alright, let's see how this works. I got it in like a package. It's weird. It's not in a bottle. It's like in a plastic thing you're supposed to use to sneak into events or something. I was looking at in Walmart yesterday. They had like some binocular a binocular flask in Walmart. I was like, hell yeah, that'll come in convenient for going to concerts and shit. Because I don't go to concerts. Well, I don't do nothing sober. What I'm saying. But yeah, if I go places, I'm always like, I got shots with me or fucking joints on me and everything all the time. So you can usually get your party favors into a festival or a concert pretty easily, but if they give you some kind of gruff, then a binocular style flask would come in handy. Oh, that is tasty. That is just too tasty. It's too tasty. Oh, this guy was on the TV show, Friday the 13th, the TV show. How weird. To be like on the show and in one of the movies, but to be in like the worst of the Friday movies, and the TV show was dumb because it had nothing to do with Friday. So he was in like, that's the problem too. You know, even the show might have been just fine, but I remember when it was like coming on the air and being advertised, and I was so fucking psyched for a Friday the 13th TV show, and then they didn't give us Friday the 13th. It was just like Tales from the Crypt ripoff. I remember being pretty up. So like I said, the show might be fine, but you don't fucking promise one thing and then not deliver on it. So this guy was in both the show that didn't deliver on the Friday and then the movie that didn't deliver on the Friday. Never let this guy near a Friday the 13th ever again. So you know I got my sniffles. I got my Drunkentary sniffles going. But I came prepared with some Kleenex. Yeah, never let this guy near Friday, because him or Adam Marcus, and I don't have anything against this actor per se. He just happened to have bad luck to be in like a Friday movie that's not about Friday, and a Friday TV show that's not about Friday. It's just his bad luck. But yeah, Adam Marcus, don't let any of them near a Friday movie. In fact, keep Adam Marcus away from Hollywood or any movies altogether, because he co-wrote that goddamn Texas Chainsaw 3D crap. I'm not even surprised he wrote that. It's that bad. Anytime I see a bad movie now, I'm just like, Adam Marcus must have made this shit. You could just smell it on the movie. If it's just that kind of bad, you're like, oh man, some kind of semi-retarded son of like a Hollywood producer wrote this. Anyway, this Drunkentary sucks. And you know what? It's a direct byproduct of how much this movie sucks. I cannot deliver on this material. What do you expect out of me? Miracles? Do you expect miracles? The hell am I supposed to do with this material? Shit was written in 4 days, dude. What am I gonna do to make this more entertaining? Oh, at least we finally get a decent kill coming up here. And some TNA. There's some T and A, because those were just A cups. So you got your T and A right in those two birds with one stone. that was one of the weirdest things I've ever said. And if you followed that, good for you. Good for you. I'm gonna drink. I need more shots, so I'm gonna take a drink of this awesome whiskey. Maybe it'll wash the fucking memory of this shit away. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Adam Marcus fucking decided, I guess it was his moral decision, that if there was going to be female nudity in this movie, there had to also be just as much male nudity. He decided that was his rule. So that's why you see like so much man ass and shit. Blame Adam for this crap. God, it's the worst. This movie's the worst. I'm so sorry, but this is the worst. Are we in the area? We're in the area of Crystal Lake, right? They're not going to ever show a body of water as far as I know, but we're supposedly at least back in the area. So at least we're sort of we're in some woods. That's all I know. I guess that's all you need. That's true. It sort of is, but here comes Black Jason. He should have still wore his mask. For whoever's body he jumped into, he should have still wore his fucking hockey mask. He was really about due for a new one. Honestly, though. He needs to fucking visit a sporting goods store and hook himself up with a new mask. I'm sure they make them like camouflage these days. That'd be an interesting choice, like a black and white snow camouflage Jason hockey mask for like the snowy one. Everybody wants to see the Friday the 13th in the snow. You can have some black and white camo going. Oh, is this movie over yet? It's still going. Oh, Jesus. Is it a movie yet? No, it's still not. Oh, fuck. I like how we just met these peeps and they're already about to be out of there. Oh, they didn't give them a chance. This is like Friday 5. Oh, it's a... See, and this is another bad thing too, is that a lot of the, Friday started out with the kills being a big deal, and then just sort of went meh, and they would just like kind of show like someone slash at somebody and then cut away or something like we just saw. And that's not it. That's not true. It should be a bigger deal. The kills and the effects of the kills should be a bigger deal, like the one that's coming up right now. This one that's coming up right now is pretty great. After she goes and pees. I don't know why this needed to be in the movie. Somebody felt the need to have a scene where this girl goes and pees, so I think it was Sean Cunningham. Keeps showing girls peeing. Anyway, but yeah, that was a problem. Like when they started cutting away, I understand it was the MPAAA, Motion Picture Association of America, doing a lot of that, forcing us to, forcing the studios to cut out parts. But still, that it became a problem though. I know that's the problem, but it's because of the MPAA. But still, they should have fought harder. Like, look at this scene that we're about to get though. This kill right here is like, doesn't even belong in this movie. It's so good. This kill is so good. It belongs in a real Friday the 13th movie, not this one. But yeah, the other scenes, like when the kills came down to like just a quick cut of, you kind of see a blade flash in the air, and then you hear the whoosh sound, like whoosh, and then it cuts to the next scene, and like that was it. That was my kill. I didn't see anything. There was nothing there. Fuck that. I don't like. It shouldn't just, like, look, you can do that right. You can do it right, but it's a Friday the 13th movie, though. We specifically go in to see these practical kills. So show us the fucking kill. Nice. Those were pretty nice. I'd give them a B. Solid, just a solid B. Or I should say, I'd give them some solid D. If I had to grade those titties, I'd give them a D. Plus. Oh, that's right. One strong D and a couple of B's. I don't know. Seriously, though. These two were actually a couple that had just broken up. And then they both got these parts. So then they had to have, like, sex on camera after having just broken up. That's true from what I've heard. That's true. Here we go. Comes a cool kill. Hopefully you're seeing this one. Hopefully it wasn't cut out of your version. You get your sex and your violence rolled into one here, because she's about to get penetrated. Now see, uh-oh. At least she's going to go out while having an orgasm. Look at this fucking guy. Trying to walk around looking intimidating. Anyway, I don't understand how this ever became a movie and why it was released. They should have shelved this shit. Even after it was filmed and edited and scored and everything, somebody at New Line should have watched it and been like, we're not going to release this. It's not even a movie. Fucking try again. Tell you what, I'll give you 8 days to write a script. You think you can write a better script? You got 8 days. Get going. It's all dark. I can't see nothing, man. They didn't have lights. Sorry, we don't have lights. We can light the area, the door that you come out of, and then your mark. Once you get to your mark, we'll have lights set up for you again. But that whole journey to your mark is just going to be black in darkness. Fucking good whiskey. Wow. Triple Crown. I might just become a hardcore alcoholic like you guys now. I might have to become one of you. I didn't realize it was so tasty. That's a cool shot. The fact that they got the moon in the shot. Good for them. Good for them. I ain't giving Adam Marcus credit, though. He probably wanted that cut out. Probably was reshoots, because they had to reshoot half the movie. Dude. Okay, what? This came out in 93, right? I remember going in and seeing a movie. It was probably like Jurassic Park or something. And then like getting out and seeing a poster for Jason Goes to Hell. The fucking poster with the silver like chrome mask and the flames. And I was like, holy shit, that looks awesome. And I was already a big ass Friday fan, so I was ready for more. You know, I was like 13, 14. Watch, here we go. Crunch, and then just like, that was it. Just crunch as fast as possible. Yeah, it looked like the poster had me all excited. I'm glad I didn't actually go to see this at the theater. Why is he shaving this guy? That's dumb. The guy he's in right now has facial hair. He didn't shave himself, but he's got to shave this guy. He's got to strap a guy down. What? You know, if you just got inside of him. Okay, that sounded real weird. If you would just like enter his soul or whatever, and then you could shave once you have control of the body. This is so awkward. This is awkward. Aren't you glad you're watching the movie with me? Watch a naked guy get shaved. I know when I want to go see a Friday the 13th movie, that's what I'm looking forward to. It's always like, man, I hope they shave at least 3 naked guys in this one. Look, you know, I don't know about you, but when I watch a Friday the 13th movie, I don't want to see Jason Voorhees. I don't want to see good kills, and I definitely don't want it to take place at Crystal Lake. And if you could get me as many scenes with disgusting man ass as possible and naked guys getting shaved, that'd be pretty sweet. I know that's what I feel like I'm just telling them what all of us Friday fans have been saying forever, right? Like, there are so many of us out there. There's literally an army of Friday the 13th fans out there. And we have kept saying it over and over again, and they kept giving us what? Jason Voorhees going around with awesome ass practical kills, killing awesome teens, having fun and sex and doing drugs and getting drunk and laid and shit at Crystal Lake. You know what? Enough is enough. We really need like a black Jason. Or I guess now we got a white one. See, everybody gets their thing. You got your black Jason, you got your white Jason. He looks like Jason in the mirror. Oh my lord. This is worse than like if a 5-year-old wrote this. I could sit a 5-year-old down. I'd probably have to like, I don't know if you can't really sit a 5-year-old down. But I could put on, I could just lock him in a room, make him watch the first 4 Friday the 13th movies, and I swear to God, that little 5-year-old kid could write a better script than this shit. This is maybe one of the most epic fails ever. How this failed on every level possible I'm blown away that somebody wrote any of this and thought it was a good idea. And why did he shave this guy if and then he was going to try and then he was going to try to get into this woman? And I can't say it without it sounding sexual. Look, Jason's trying to get in everybody. He's just trying to get in. He just wants to penetrate. So why did he shave this guy? Why was that a scene? Why did that make it into a movie? I'm going to drink some more beer, like a lot more beer. I'm going to drink a lot more beer. This movie's so bad. It's so bad that I want a refund, and I never went to the theater to see it. Look at that ripoff. That is a straight ripoff from other Friday movies. At least they tried to get a ripoff in there. At least they tried to have a shot that reminded us of better fucking movies. Hey, remember when this happened in a Better Friday movie? Like, oh yeah, I should be watching that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be trying to find positive things to say. Okay, positive things that I like about Friday the 13th, the franchise. Let's start with the first one. What's something positive I like about the first Friday? The simplicity of it. I like how it's simple. It's simple. It's just as simple as it gets. Camp setting in the woods. Teens having fun. Mysterious killer takes them out one by one. Real simple. Real simple. What do I like about Friday 2? Well, you know what I like about Friday 2 is it was filmed the very next year and it just had the same feel as the first one. Probably the closest in the feel to the first one out of any of them. And you know, I get it that Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham and Tom Savini and everybody was confused about part 2. Why is Jason in this movie? How did he show up again? That's understandable. But I don't know. It's kind of amazing that those movies ever got made. Because seriously, what were they going to do? What were they going to do? Pamela was dead. Imagine if they had brought Pamela back instead of Jason. If it had went that route. Do you think we'd still have as many as we do? Because I don't think we would. I don't think that would have been as popular. But that kind of made more sense than Jason coming back. Although I guess their reasoning was, oh, he didn't die in part 1. Yeah. I mean, we said that in part 1, but he didn't die in part 1. Well, no. Just like how in this one we were never told that he had a sister, but he did the whole time apparently. Because we just didn't know that, guys. We just didn't know that. But yeah, I don't know. So it is kind of weird that if anybody had an idea like, let's make a Friday the 13th part 2. How do we do that? I don't know. Jason? Remember that little kid from the first one? He drowned? Well, let's just make it so that he's the killer now. Fine by me. It works, but I can imagine getting the news and back in the day being like, Victor Miller or something like, what? You're gonna do what? Okay, here's this lady. Halfway through the movie, apparently this is our heroine that's gonna come and save the day. But we just met her now. Just now. Halfway into the fucking movie! This is so bad. I can't believe there's people that like this. This is really bad. I'm telling you, that 5-year-old could write a better script. It would make more sense. I'd be like, oh man, look, this ain't the best script, kid, but it's pretty good. Things lead to other things. There's an arc to the characters. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Should make sense. You got the job. Oh, this movie's so bad. They tried to have a moment. We were supposed to care, But who cares? We just met this woman and a little kid. Who gives a fuck? Alright, I'm so sorry. I need to drink more beer. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry. You know what? Adam Marcus should be sorry. I hope he is. He has never given an official apology, and he should. He should. I almost want to box him. I've never really no, I'm not going to say I hate. I'm sure he's a fine fellow. I'm sure he's kind of simple. He seems like a little bit of a simpleton. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to hate on him too much. Challenge him to a fist fight. Because I think he's slow. I think he's really slow. But he fucked with my movie. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to punch him in the head a few times. That's the beer talking. That was the shot of whiskey talking, by the way. I don't like to beat up mentally retarded people, aka Adam Marcus. I'm not into beating up retards. But can I hire another retard to beat up a retard? Is that morally acceptable? Is that all right? And can we get that on pay-per-view while we're at it? Retard wrestling. Now everybody is offended because I said the R word. First I was talking about Jason being black. That was offensive. Only because I'm white. But now because I said the retard word, I said retard. Oh, now everybody's offended. Because everybody's been trained to be offended. It's a form of thought control. It's the thought police. In fact, if you train us to police ourselves, we'll be our own thought police. That's why some people flip out about things. Start yelling, "You're racist!" or "You're a sexist!" because you said a word. That's right, I want to see retards fighting each other. On pay-per-view. That's right, I said it. And one of those retards better be Adam Marcus. And wouldn't it be crazy if he turned out to be a badass fighter? Like a badass cage fighter? Like, oh, he found his purpose. He ain't no film director, but my God, can that guy beat up another retard? Somebody email this to Adam Marcus. I want him to hear this whole shit. I want him to watch my fucking Drunkentary with his movie. He probably wouldn't do it. He probably wouldn't sit through his own fucking movie. Oh my God, I feel like I am treading some dangerous ground right now. Look, I like this scene. It makes no sense that he would break this guy's fingers for information, even though he needs to go battle Jason with this broken ass hand. But it's kind of funny that Clayton Duke is such a drama queen. He's gonna make everything so dramatic. So dramatic. Snap. Oh, by the way, good luck fighting Jason with your broken hand, bitch. There's not another Voorhees. Stop that shit. Jason was an only child. His dad's dead. His mom's dead. Stop with the shit. He didn't have a sister. Stop with the shit. I'm gonna help you kill Jason. Let me break some of your bones first. That's gonna help. That'd be great if it turned out Clayton Duke was actually Jason hopped in his body and then was going around giving everybody misinformation about how to kill Jason. You know how you kill Jason? Strike him with lightning. He hates that. That'll kill him. Didn't work. It didn't bring him to life in part 6 or anything. He hates that shit. You know what'll kill Jason? You go get the Necronomicon and then you call up some spirits of the dead. That'll do it. That'd be funny as fuck, Jason giving misinformation. Oh, you need some info about how to beat Jason? No, I'm going to have to break your hand a little bit. Oh, I'll give you some good info. Good info, yeah. Jason, let's see. He's Jason trying to give somebody misinformation. Well, he's afraid of people that drink alcohol and have sex and smoke weed. Yeah, he hates that. I mean, it's like a garlic to a vampire. He can't even be around it. So you should totally do that. And then he shows up and kills him. Be like, gotcha, bitch. That's right. I talk in this movie. I'm Jason, and I can talk, and Jason goes to hell. By the way, he does talk later on in one of the bodies. So, yeah. You know, this really makes me regret New Line Cinema getting the rights. Because they made some shit-ass movies. They made some really bad Fridays. And yo, baby. You know what I read that doesn't make any sense, though? I read that, like, this was supposed to be the last Friday? But why would New Line buy the rights just to make one last one and then end it? No, they wanted to do Freddy vs. Jason. Apparently the problem is that, Freddy vs. Jason was supposed to happen in 87. It didn't go down because it's competing studios. But then New Line got the rights in 1990-ish. So then it was about, well, now that New Line has the rights, we can actually make Freddy vs. Jason, except I guess the problem was that what I read was that while they were trying to develop it, Wes Craven came back and did Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So that got the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise rolling in its own direction again. And that's why what I heard is why they put off Freddy vs. Jason and then made this one. Like, okay, the Nightmare series got another movie. Well, then we got to give Friday another movie. Got to keep Jason in everybody's minds until we can get this made. Except they didn't put Jason in the movie. So, why? We got to make another Friday to keep Friday the 13th and Jason in everybody's minds. So let's take Jason out of the movie and make sure it's not a Friday movie. Fucking New Line Cinema. Stick to the Nightmare on Elm Streets. All right, I'm gonna take a shot of whiskey. Was this even filmed in New Jersey? Is this guy a midget? Or does he just look extra small compared to this BBW? I almost got shot like that one time. True story. Oh, this is the best right here. We'll just put the baby in the box up on a fucking counter and leave it alone. It's not going to fall out of the box on the counter at all. Oh my lord. I think this is visual proof of child abuse that happened on set. Ah, 35 more minutes of this crap ass. Look, 35 more minutes of me complaining and then it's all good. Then we can all never, ever watch this movie ever again. Look at that guy's pants. Those are some unflattering pants. Yeah, leave the baby on the counter there. It'll be fine. This is supposed to be the Voorhees house. Quote unquote, the Voorhees. Well, damn, Pamela was sure doing good for herself as a single parent. Look at that place. Pamela and Jason. Apparently they needed 15-room house, you know. This movie is so bad. It's an insult. Everything about it is an insult to a Friday fan, or even just a horror fan, or a movie fan, or even just a human being. You know how many millions of dollars were spent on this crap? For what? It's visual evidence that can never be erased of how bad of a director you are, and how bad of a fucking studio you are to let this slip by. Somebody should have stopped it and shelved this crap. There's probably better movies out. I'm certain there are better movies that have been shelved that we've never seen before, but somebody decided to not release. I'm sure there are better ones than this. Certain of it. There's probably better porns out there. Oh yeah, I need to find more positive things to say. Well, let's talk about Evil Dead. At least they snuck that in, I guess. If this just became an Evil Dead movie all of a sudden, that would be so great. That would be great. And if Bruce Campbell as Ash at any point in the movie, any point came in to deliver even just one line, then that would be the one scene I'd watch. Whenever I decided I need to check out this movie, which would be never, I'd be like, well, let me see that one scene where Ash Williams shows up, and yeah, all right, I saw the one scene, that's it. What a disaster. Oh yeah, positive things. Okay, so we're moving on to Friday 3 then. Something positive I can say about Friday 3. Well, they introduced the hockey mask. It's crazy that it took until the third Friday the 13th before Jason even got his look. So that's cool. Still a better movie than this one. At least it made more sense. It had a beginning, a middle, and an end. I'm going to drink some more beers right now. That guy's using a cell phone. Remember that? Cell phones in 1993. I remember back in the early 90s, all those news reports about cell phones to give you a tumor. I guess nobody really cared. Is he going to shave him? For no reason? Is he going to shave his pubes or something? I never swap souls with a person until I've shaved his pubes. Gotta make sure they're on fleek. Beforehand too, not afterwards. Not after you've jumped into somebody else's body. It would be way easier to shave said body. No. You got to strap them down beforehand. Look, this is a good practical. They decided to give us what, we got 2, maybe 3 good practicals in this movie. This is gross. Look at all the KY jelly on them. Get it back in the light, dude. Now this looks like The Fly. I feel like I'm watching The Fly now. Where did that body come from? What, did it jump? Did it fucking jump? How did that shit happen? Even when they got something good like this, like these practicals, it's just not shot well at all. So yeah, like I was saying, what I read beforehand was that they could only use half of the footage and they had to go and reshoot half the movie. Like that's what I'm saying though. At this point, it should have been canceled. It should have been shelved. You could clearly not make anything of it. But I don't know. Whatever. I guess they feel like we can't just. I like how they I like how they panned down so we could see her boobs as she took her shirt off. Oh yeah, this scene right here is where she's actually crying because it was like so terrible on the set. She's really like crying. And she's the one that refused to even like be on set with Adam Marcus anymore. Is what I heard. So anyway, does that guy attend horror conventions? Because if he does, I'd like to drop him a note for me. Tell him, it says Eric says to meet him out back in the parking lot at 3. He's gonna beat your ass. I think I could take Adam. I really feel pretty confident about that. Although he's probably got a good lawyer. But I think, you know what? I'll get a few good clocks in. I don't give a shit. Well, you can't sue anybody that doesn't have any money. You try to sue me, Adam. You ain't gonna get shit. But those my knuckles against your face are gonna be very real. Not threatening violence against anybody. This is all fun and games. I'm not gonna beat up Adam Marcus. Seriously though, 3 p.m. in the parking lot. Meet me there, motherfucker. Is this thing almost over? This wasn't even a good Drunkentary. This movie was so bad it made my Drunkentary bad. It's true. You know it's true. There was no salvation. There was nothing like I could do to make this more entertaining or better or nothing. It's just a bitch fest. And one in which I'm going to have more whiskey. Oh. Okay. Friday 4. Something positive I can say about Friday 4. Let me think about Friday 4. Chad White's cool as Jason in Friday 4. There's, everything about. Let me just say it. I'll just say this. What's a positive thing I can say about Friday 4? Friday 4. The whole movie is awesome. So there you go. Do you know how many light years better Friday 4 is than this thing? Remember that 5-year-old I was telling you about? I almost want to do an experiment now. I almost feel like doing an experiment. I'm pretty sure. All right. 5. Look, 5. It's meant to be insulting. I think I get the point across. It's meant to be kind of an exaggeration. But let's raise the age a little bit. I'll go up to 9. I'm telling you right now. Had a 9-year-old watch the first 4 Fridays. Tell him, all right, based on what you saw, write us a script. What do you think you can do? Telling you a 9-year-old. You know what? Fuck that. I'm going back to the 5-year-old. I'm still convinced that 5-year-old could write a better script. Like the 9-year-old could write a pretty good script. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why I jumped up the age there. Where I was thinking, well, if we're going to do this, let's at least get a decent script. A 9-year-old could actually write us a decent Friday the 13th script. But a 5-year-old could still do better than this shit. It would still make more sense. Fucking losing my mind. I can't believe I'm watching this shit. Oh, God. I've been thinking about how I'm going to get rid of this movie. I kind of want to shoot it while it burns. I want to use a shotgun, but I don't have a shotgun. I'd have to shoot it with something else. Maybe I shoot it with a flare gun. Now that's an idea. Soak it in gasoline. Shoot it with a flare gun. Huh. I'm going to keep that in mind. Because I just keep trying to think of, like, what's a way that I can fuck up this movie? Get some acid, drop it in some acid. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here thinking about how bad this movie is. I like this scene because it was almost a movie. They have these moments once in a while. Just once in a while in Jason Goes to Hell where it's like, that was almost a movie. That was almost you almost set up a scene. Like, you almost executed a scene. You almost set up, like, stakes and, you know, characters and an arc. I don't know. Some kind of plot story. You almost did it. You almost did something there. Like, this whole thing here with him and his friend. I was like, hey, we almost saw some characterization. So close. You almost made a movie. It's not quite. And you know what? This guy is likable. As a character, he's likable. He just happened to be in the worst Friday movie and the TV series that never should have been. Never should have been called Friday the 13th. That's all I'm saying. It could have been. It could have been just fine. There's Adam Marcus right now. And here's what I'd like to do to him. No. He just got thrown over a table. That's not good enough. Is that all it takes? Is he that much of a pussy? You just throw him over a counter and he's done. he just pretends like he's dead because he doesn't want to actually fight anybody. I'm dead. Leave me alone. He just plays dead. Oh, this movie's so stupid. Even the music's bad, and this is Harry Manfredini. This is Mr. Friday the 13th score himself. And it sounds like ass. Oh, this is so bad. This is like what you would make. This is a fan film. A really bad fan film. But this is fan film level. This is the kind of crap you would make for your film school. And you would get like an F on it. They'd say, sorry, dude, you need to go back to film school. Dun dun, dun dun. That's the music. Harry Manfredini wasn't even trying. He was just like, yeah, once in a while, just make it go. Dun dun, dun dun, dun, dun dun, dun, dun dun. That's the music. That's it. It's just dun. It's just hits. It's just orchestral hits. Dun. Dun dun. That's it. I know. Sorry. I really, you know what? I'm sorry for all of you right now. I'm sorry that you had to watch this shitty movie with me. Those of you that actually did, and you brave souls. You brave souls. Thanks for not making me go this alone. And I'm sorry, like, everybody in the world because this movie exists. And I made it worse by making a Drunkentary out of it. But it had to be done. I could feel it. It had to be done. Is that like, she looks like she's wearing like a bowling shirt. Like that's her league shirt. Oh, he just threw a gun at that guy. You don't just throw guns at people. Even a fucking movie gun. Did you ever hear of Brandon Lee? Like, accidents still happen. You just throw guns at people. Remember how Jason was a character in a Friday the 13th movie? Remember him? Yeah, I miss him too. Stupid. I hate it. I'm not even good creative person. I'm pretty sure I could make a better Friday. Not by a lot. Not by a whole lot. But I could still make a better one. It wouldn't be that great. But my God, mine would have Jason in it. And Camp Crystal Lake. I guarantee at least 2 things in my Friday movie. Camp Crystal Lake and a fucking Jason Voorhees. Played by Kane Hodder, if he'll take the role. If he'll accept the role. I'm glad this is almost over. I'm glad it's almost over, but I feel like I am not even drunk enough. I'm pretty drunk, but we got 19 more minutes of this crap. Let's drink it. Let's make this last 15 minutes just full blown as drunk as I can get. Like I said, let's forget that we watched this. My beer almost overflowed. Damn, a cheeseburger for $1.79? Did you see that sign in the background? By the way, that's what I am responding to. I didn't just get like an ad play in my head or something for a cheeseburger, because that's how they're going to start doing ads eventually. You'll just be going about your day and it's like, cheeseburger, $1.79. Just like blink your eyes rapidly like, oh, whoa, I just got an ad. Sorry, I got to go get a burger. 2017 Mercury. Whoa. I just got an ad in my head. I got to go buy a car. I'll be right back. This girl's kind of cute. She's actually going to try and save the day. Doesn't do her any good, but good for her. Look at it. Look at this. At least she's proactive. So, like, at some point, though, don't you decide to run? When a guy shows up at your place of business looking the way he looks, and then multiple shotgun blasts don't take care of him, don't you eventually just decide, well, you know what, maybe this ain't gonna work and I should just run? Not if you're a fucking character in a movie. You don't. You don't. You know what, there's a problem with being in a movie. It fucks up your thought patterns. You can't think straight when you're in a movie. All you can think is, I need to go investigate that sound. I don't know why, but we should all separate and go investigate the crazy sounds. Damn, she tied her hair fast as fuck. Did you see that? Yeah. Fuck this movie. Even the smallest detail is stupid. You guys wanted this? I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't even make a good Drunkentary out of this crap. You better have watched it with me. That's the only thing that will justify my complaining for an hour and a half. Is if you watch it with me, then you'll know. You'll be like, oh my God, you're right. Holy shit, you're right. Why did they do that? Why was any of this made? But if you're just listening, you're going to go, oh my God, he won't shut up. Stop bitching. Why don't you have a drink? Because I think we both need it. In fact, let's raise a toast. I'll even give some positives to Friday 5 here after our little drink. So Friday 5 is light years better than Jason Goes to Hell. You hear me? Does everybody hear me? I'm saying this right now. It's official. Friday 5 is so much better than Jason Goes to Hell. I'm going to drink. I'm going to get wasted. And then we're going to talk about how much awesomer the rip-off Friday movie is of this. All right. Watch Creighton Duke while I drink. Oh, okay. So this girl's a badass now, even though we only just met her, like, what? 15 minutes ago? Maybe 20 minutes ago? Now she's just a total badass. All right. So Friday 5. You know what? Hold on, I'm burping over here. Dealing with my burps. Because I just drank a lot of beer. So Friday 5, let me set the record straight. Because I know in my review I talk about how I didn't really enjoy it. And then after, like, it's been a few years since I did that review. And in the years since that review, totally have learned to appreciate Friday 5. It's not perfect. It's extremely sleazy. It's the most simplistic breakdown of the formula there is. But they respect the formula. And so I respect Friday 5 because of that. So let's talk about some positives. You know what? Here's some positives. Like I said, they stuck to the formula. They found what the formula was, and they stuck to it. Except, they took Jason out, but they tried to keep Jason in. They tried. It's their own fault for claiming Part 4 was the final chapter and he was dead. It's their own fault for that. But at least they still gave us some Jason action, even if it was like a mask that had some blue triangles on it, rather than a mask that had some red triangles. They at least tried. Other cool things about Friday 5, they tried to imitate the style of Friday 1, which was the mystery of who's the killer. It's about the mystery. It's a slasher with mystery. Who's the killer? You get a lot of killer hand POV shots. And then the end was supposed to be a big reveal, a big twist, just like the original. So Friday 5, it's sleazy because, well, it's sleazier. I wouldn't say, it's definitely not the most sleazy movie ever made. But sleazier than Friday had been up to that point. However, they stuck to the formula. They gave us everything else we could have asked for. They upped the ante on the kills. Yeah, it's a good movie, man. So, yeah. Better than this, way better than this. And Friday 5 is like a ripoff of its own self. It's weird to say, but yeah, Friday 5 is it's like an imitation Friday the 13th movie, just like the Jason killer in it is an imitation Jason, but they still gave us basically what we needed. Definitely not as bad as this. Oh, here comes the parts. Yeah. Jason speaks. Here we go. Sorry, I was actually watching the movie for a second to try to figure something out. Oh, Lord. It looked like he was about to make out with that baby. Can you imagine having to film that scene? What a disaster this whole movie is. By the way, that looks like ramen noodles coming out of that guy's neck. Apparently, ew, I'm telling you straight up, that was ramen noodles. I know what those look like. I should know. I'm poor enough that I've eaten plenty of them. Oh yeah, positives. Is there anything positive I can say about this? Like I said, a few of the lines are funny. Some positives that I can say about Jason Goes to Hell. Some positives I can say about Jason Goes to Hell. Some positives I can say about Jason Goes to Hell. When Freddy's glove pulls down Jason's mask. Oh my god. Oh my god, that worm just went into her vagina like fastest. Like it went in there so fast. Like what? Sorry, but that Jason worm entered that vagina at world record speed, and I can't believe I just said that sentence. Oh, I can't believe that sentence needs to be related to anything Friday the 13th at all. Oh, here we go. We finally get Jason back. Oh yeah. Positives about Jason Goes to... Oh yeah, it was that was it then, I guess, when Freddy pulls Jason's mask down. And by the way, that is Kane Hodder's hand pulling down Jason's mask as Freddy. Remember me? No. What would he remember you from, Creighton Duke? What should any of us know him to remember you from, Creighton Duke? Why would you say, remember me? Nobody remembers you. Oh, this movie is... Get that 5-year-old on the phone. I need him to write a Better Friday stat, because he can do it. I believe in that 5-year-old. I do. That'll be the savior of the Friday series, whoever this 5-year-old is. I don't care if his name is Jason or not. Get that fucker on the job. Because anybody could do better than this. Fucking Helen Keller could write a better Friday the 13th. And she ain't never seen one. She never seen anything, but she never saw a Friday. Still, though. Even the design of Jason, when he finally does show back up, it's like, ugh. Meatball head Jason. Nobody's a fan of... Nobody... You know what? All 4 of you that are fans of this movie, you should never tell anybody that you're a fan of this movie. Like, let that be your secret. That's a secret you want to keep. That's like, you keep that shit hidden. Don't ever let nobody find out that you like this movie. Because that's it. Like, I'll lose all respect for you. No, I'm just kidding. You can like it in a goofy way. That's fine. Like, I like a lot of bad movies that are clearly bad. So if you're like, I like Jason Goes to Hell because it's just so stupid. If you can actually find that entertainment in it, that's fine. But if you watch this and you're going to genuinely like try to argue with me that this is a good movie, you need help. And best of luck to you. Look, you can enjoy it. It's just not a good movie. There's not even an argument here about that. That's not an argument. There's people out there that enjoy this shit. It's fine. But it's not a good movie. It's the worst of the worst. It's the worst. What do we got? 6 more minutes of this crap. Here, Jason just got his ass stabbed by a quote-unquote, like, his great fucking niece, I guess, just stabbed him with some kind of special dagger. Oh my god. I'm gonna do a shot right now, because Lord knows I need it. Oh, that was a gross shot. The whiskey was so much better. Oh my god, it was so gross. Holy shit. Oh. Don't ever get Red Stag honey tea flavor. I know you're probably like, I was never going to. Dumbass. Good point. But it's really terrible. Oh. This shit tastes like this movie looks. And by that I mean really bad. Really bad. I need more beer. I need to wash down that shit. I need to wash down this whole fucking movie. Never gonna watch this again for the rest of my life. You hear me? Okay, maybe one more time. Maybe one more time I will. If people convince me, like, to do this live at some point. If I start doing Drunkentaries live, and you're like, come on, Eric, do Jason Goes, just one more time. You know what? No, fuck. No, one more time I will. But there's got to be, people need to buy tickets to it. Because I'm doing this shit for free right now. You guys are getting some free Eric suffering. You're welcome. But next time, and the only other time I will ever watch this again in my entire rest of my fucking life, will be if I get to the point where I'm doing live Drunkentaries. And I might even do a bunch of free-ass live Drunkentaries for you. But you're definitely paying for this one. You guys are paying hardcore. In fact, I'm going to make those tickets a little expensive. Just so I can get reparations for the fact that I did this one. They're going to walk off into the sunset. It was just dark. So is this sunrise? Because it was just nighttime. The sun can't be setting. Are they walking into the sunrise? Let's all enjoy the best part of this whole movie right now. When it ends. Oh my God. You know what? Friday 6, right? We're on Friday 6 positives. Positives. You know what? Some positives about Friday 6. Friday 6 ain't perfect. They didn't fully quite get the feel or the simplistic formula of the original Fridays down. But Friday 6 succeeds because they put in an extra amount of creativity into their movie. They made it fun. There's Kane playing Freddy. Whatever. Playing Jason, playing Freddy. Listen to that score. Dun 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 dun. It just keeps getting higher. Dun 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 dun. That's the Jason Goes to Hell score. It's just orchestral hits that get higher in tuning. Dun 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 dun. I'm sorry. I'll stop now. I know that's really stupid. It amuses me, though. I like how it just keeps getting higher. Anyway. I'm surprised I made it through that. I'm not surprised the whole thing is me complaining. I will be surprised if you guys don't, each and every one of you, give this shit a thumbs down. And I would not blame you. I will not blame you when you guys all give it a dislike. Because first of all, it's Jason Goes to Hell. And secondly, what the fuck was I supposed to do with this material? I couldn't make this entertaining. All I can do is be drunk Eric. Alright, so that was Friday 6. We'll go to Friday 7. Friday 7. Not great. At least they were still sticking to the formula. Yes, for the most part. And you know what? Friday 7, I'll give them this much. I talk a lot about how I feel like, as far as horror franchises go, that Friday the 13th is the one. Doesn't need to do a lot with their formula. I keep saying that all the time. I know you guys are sick of hearing it. They don't need to, but they do. You know, that's fine. I guess once you've gotten to the 6th or 7th entry in your film series, you should probably try to make it different, I guess. So they try to do that with part 7. Bring in the whole psychic teenager, basically Carrie versus Jason. And you'd think that would be that's a big leap. It's a big leap, but I got to give it to Friday 7. First of all, they had, even though the MPAA fucked it up, I'm straight up give nothing but respect to Friday 7 for those practical effects for having Kane Hodder as Jason for the first time, for Kane Hodder as Jason being a badass because I like the way he portrays him, and for the fact that Jason Voorhees' character design is the best Jason design. He just looks... Well, you know what? I won't necessarily say he's the best because I do like part 3 and 4. Jason's too. But I got to give it up for the amount of effort and creativity that Friday 7 put into the character design of Jason Voorhees for part 7. And yeah, you know what? Credits are done rolling. Movie's over. Thank God. I want to keep talking just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. So yeah, give it up to part 7 again. It was kind of a big leap in logic to go from, 6 Friday movies that essentially followed the formula and the plot structure of the original to Friday 7. Jason battles a psychic teenager. Kind of a big jump, but it works. It works because it made for an interesting final battle in part 7. That's the way I take from it. And then this is it. Friday 8. Let me see if I can find something positive to say about Friday 8. And again, I'm doing this because Jason Goes to Hell is such a pathetic excuse for a fucking wannabe Friday the 13th that I knew the whole thing would be me complaining and bitching, which I know a lot of you enjoy, but not everybody does. Just by the way, most of you do. But just bear in mind that not everybody likes to listen to Eric just complain. So Friday 8, well, there's some positives I can say. Kane Hodder as Jason, and you know what? And at least he looked like Jason. The character design is a big drop off from part 7, but it's the character as we know him. Basically, as long as he's got that fucking hockey mask, because I guess it's all that matters. Because part 8, he was just really slimy. Basically, it looked like he was in a jumpsuit, even though he never really owned a jumpsuit up to that point. But that's what he looked like. He was just some black, slimy jumpsuit and his mask. So there you go. That's my positive thing I have to say about part 8. At least it had Jason in a mask in the movie. And not just Jason as a bro running around killing sluts in the woods. Man, oh man. Well, we made it. I only got one more to go before I'm done doing Drunkentaries for this franchise until when and if they ever make us another Friday movie. Because we don't know now. But that's it, man. I can't believe I made it. I can't believe we made it. Thanks for joining me. Special thanks for putting up with my constant whining. I had no other choice. It's the material. Sometimes it's really the material that you have to work with. And in this case, oh yeah, I had nothing to be happy about. But anyway, I'm fucking drunk. Yeah, boy. I'm going to go forget that this ever happened. You guys, hopefully you enjoy my Drunkentary. I hope my suffering was worth it for you. And I'll catch you on the next one. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun.